And if you're into your music, you will love today's show, as it's an Exposure Music special. Coming up in the next hour, we have the first ever interview with Newport's finest, the Beef Seeds.
We found a secret location in Cardiff that we're sure you students are going to love. You may not have heard about it, Salador, but was certainly a night not to miss.
Sherry Powell shares her heartbreaking story and tells us about the amazing help she received from Macmillan Cancer Support.
Mercedes talks money with Exposure TV and how being made redundant doesn't necessarily mean the end of the road.
She also joins us in the studio. Mercedes, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks guys.
You're also going to be playing us out at the end of the show. I hope you're excited.
Yeah, fingers crossed it goes well, but it's a cover song by Jessie J, so yeah, fingers crossed.
We look forward to it. We also have Julia Shaw from Macmillan Cancer Support, and she's going to chat to us about the support Macmillan can offer, as well as information on how to get involved and help fundraise. So thank you so much for joining us. And finally, as well as that, we're joined in the Hub by Larry.
Hello and welcome to The Hub. I'm going to be here for the next hour reading all of your comments. If you want to have your say, you can contact us on Twitter using the handle @ExposureUSW or on Facebook by searching Exposure Radio. If you would like to see some behind the scenes clips, check out our very own Instagram, just search Exposure USW. And finally, if you want to watch any previous episodes of Exposure TV, then head over to our website, exposureusw.wordpress.com.
Okay, to kick off this music special, earlier on this month, Matt caught up with the Beef Seeds. The Beef Seeds are an unsigned, self-funded, four-piece British music that play country music from Newport, who produce weekly cover videos of their favourite songs. They all live together in the same house with their pet dog, Ninja, and they have recently gained international support after Ryan Seacrest, one of America's most prestigious radio presenters, mentioned them on air.
Everybody get up! Everybody get up!
We have the one and only, all the way from Casnawydd, Newport, the Beef Seeds.
What I'm trying to say, if you can't read from the same page, maybe I'm going down.
So what got you guys into music? Obviously you all have different musical backgrounds, I'm guessing, then you all got together. Tell me more about that.
Well, I think like Becky and Adam and Scott kind of share some sort of musical foundation. That they all attended Cross Keys College.
Okay.
Everyone attended Cross Keys College. Me and Matthew were on the drama side, of course, but these guys were on the music side.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm a couple of years old. I'm the old man of the band.
Yeah.
And then we met just through the local music scene, jamming. Because me and Scott play in a couple of bands, and Adam's a very competent bass player as well. So jam nights, open mic nights.
I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl.
We're focusing just on the YouTube videos because gigging is obviously another aspect of the music industry. And basically the videos take such a long time to produce. We're knackered. We can't really keep our eyes open to do gigs at the minute. But we've got big plans for 2014. We're working on a really big project at the minute. Once that's out the way, we can dedicate a little bit more time to the rehearsal of the live set. And then, once that's done, pounding the scene hard.
It's in your nature. Just let me liberate you. You don't need no papers.
Are you about Ryan Seacrest? Is that true? That got in contact there?
Well, yeah. I can't. Oh well, the way Seacrest got in touch was interesting. We were entered into a competition on his website, and we had no idea how we got there. So I think we just ended up there organically, or that's what I want to think. Him or his people had kind of compiled a list of all the people doing covers of specific songs and then put them into polls so people who visited his website could vote for their favourites.
Okay.
And we did well at the start, and then our votes kind of dropped, and then we really hammered it on Twitter and Facebook. And somehow we ended up winning, which was awesome and a really nice surprise.
Do it like it hurt. Yeah, like it hurt. What you don't like work.
Insofar as people looking to make a presence on YouTube, you need to just have a product that you believe in, and you need to believe in yourself as well, because no one really will, and that's blanket all throughout the arts. If you don't believe in yourself, then you may as well give up. I think. Someone else say something.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of hard work, man. If you put the hard work in, you will get something.
You want it, you're a good girl. Can't let it get past me. You're far from plastic. Talk about getting plastic.
Guys, it's fantastic having you, and I hope we see you soon. And honestly, good luck to everything. I hope you have a fantastic 2014, and good luck with everything, I guess. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Beef seeds.
Hello.
Everybody get up. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Cool, some great stuff. I love country music.
Me too. I've got a secret obsession with country music, and being mentioned by Ryan Seacrest is like an honour. Ryan
Amazing.
Seacrest is like a radio god.
Yeah, they've got hundreds of thousands of views on their YouTube. So
exactly. That's
seriously,
a good thing for
check
them.
them out
Yeah,
because
definitely.
they're big. But if you want any more information about the beef seeds, you can go to our website at exposureusw.wordpress.com for more information.
This week here at the University of South Wales, many courses are coming to the end of their academic year. For first and second years, it may seem like just another year has gone by, but students in their final year, this is the moment they get thrown into the real world.
Many students can get anxious as leaving university gets closer and closer, but there really isn't anything to be worried about. There are so many different paths you can take, and as the beef seed said, you need to believe in yourself. If you put in the hard work, you will get something in return. Someone who certainly has put the hard work in is Nem McCarthy, the creator of No Exceptions Made and recent graduate from the University of South Wales.
Hi there, I'm Nem McCarthy. I'm the owner and director of my brand new clothing company, No Exceptions Made. I'm a graduate of the University of South Wales. I graduated about 3 years ago now and started the company just over a year ago. I studied fashion design at the University of South Wales. The best part of studying was basically learning all the different skills, and that really started my spark and my excitement to build my own company. I decided to start No Exceptions Made because basically I was working in retail for 3 years. I was on a shop floor one day just thinking, I'm working for someone else, I want to be working for myself. So the company is called No Exceptions Made. It's basically an anagram of my name Nem. So No Exceptions Made stands for Nem. The University of South Wales has provided me with a mentor called Lisa. She basically has her own companies herself, so she's a great kind of a woman in the business who knows all about kind of starting up her own company, the difficulties and challenges, as well as kind of the right PR routes to take as well. So she's kind of helped me build on that. It's really important to network when you're creating a business, to find the kind of right people and take advice from anyone you can get. My greatest achievement so far was probably launching the company. I want to be doing something that makes me get out of bed in the morning and has drive. I don't want to be standing here daydreaming about all the things I can do. I want to be actually doing them. So one day, with a little help from my friend, I basically found some funding, put together a business plan, and here I am a year later actually with my clothing company. If you get the chance, definitely build on your weaknesses, because that's going to make you a stronger person and it's going to really help in the future. Looking back, I definitely would do the course again, and I think I'd probably go out a little bit less and study a little bit harder. The one piece of advice I'd give somebody who was in my position 3 years ago, just fresh out of university, is don't give up on your dream. If there's something out there that you want to do, fight for it. One bit of advice that I got told when I started out was, as long as you do something little for your company every day, then that's 365 little things. It builds up, and you can actually accomplish a lot in that time. So just keep pushing it. You'll eventually get there and you'll feel so good about it when you're there.
We'd just like to apologise for that little technical difficulty there, sorry about that. But some seriously interesting stuff there from Nem.
Yes,
Really
that looks
interesting.
so cool, and it's really refreshing that she
Yeah.
actually got a job as soon as she left university.
Yeah,
It
completely.
makes me think that maybe we can get jobs when we leave university.
Hopefully, hopefully.
So, MacBusted came to Cardiff on the weekend, and they are here for today, and they were here last night. And we sent Zara and Rachel out to see what they think about Cardiff.
So last night I came here at the Motorpoint Arena to see the band MacBusted, made up of McFly and Busted. I wonder what groups of people of Cardiff would like to see merged together. So what bands would you like to see merged together?
Probably the Vamps and MacBusted, yeah, and One Direction and the Vamps, yeah. Yeah.
So what bands would you like to see merged together?
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing the Spice Girls mixed with Bewitched, because then you get the pop sensation of the Spice Girls and everyone knows them. But then you get the Irish culture from Bewitched coming through, and all their songs are just brilliant. But I think it would be good, and I think the crowd would love it, and I think it would be, a big success.
Cool, thank you. So what bands would you like to see merged together?
I'd love to see Paramore and New Meat 6 together. I think they'd be a really good mix, especially with Hayley Williams, because she's awesome.
So what bands would you like to see merged together?
I would like to see Busted and Wham merged together.
Why them two?
Interesting mix, I think that would give. Busted, bit of teeny pop view, and Wham, some classic from the 80s. Why not?
An interesting mix of answers there. Let us know what bands you would like to see merged together and make a super group. Tweet us at ExposureUSW.
Cool, so you actually went to MacBusted, didn't you?
I did.
Last night. How did that go for you?
Really well, and I'm actually going tonight as well, because funny enough,
no.
my boyfriend bought me tickets for Christmas,
No.
and my sister bought me exactly the same tickets, but for 2 different days. So now I'm going twice to see the band. But they were phenomenal last night. They were really good.
Cool.
Okay, so now we're going to head over to the Hub to see what you guys at home have been saying.
Hello and welcome to the Hub. Right, we have a few tweets here, thank you very much. So from Beth Foley, she says, such a fan of the Beef Seeds and their adorable dog. Also loving the coordination of the blue tops in the studio. Hashtag Team Blue. Beth, do not mention me. And the next tweet we have is from Han Jones. Kiss, she says, that dog was so cute. Hashtag Ninja, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Another quote is from Zara Jill. Beef Seeds sounds great. We'll give them a listen, and so and Sarah. Great show with an awesome presenting team. Thank you very much. Love Exposure TV. That's it for now. Keep those messages coming in, and I'll try my best to get them read out later on in the show.
Okay, we're going to a short break now, so stay tuned. And as coming up after the break, we have a moving interview with Sherry Powell, who tells us about the amazing help she's received from Macmillan. Also, we have a live interview with a special guest, Julia, from the charity. I'll also be giving you guys at home a sneak peek into my European adventure earlier this year.
Hungry? Fancy playing a few games? Or just want to chill with your friends? The Atrium Student Union is the perfect area where you can relax, unwind and forget all your uni stresses. With affordable prices, comfortable seating areas and its own shop, it's a great place to pass the time in between your lectures.
We are Fablas. Welcome to our exciting new ice cream gelateria in Canton. Enjoy from as many as 32 flavours, including all your favourites and seasonal specials. As well as ice cream, we offer a range of hot and cold drinks, freshly made smoothies, waffles, sandwiches and so much more. From the cow to the cone, it's all our own, so why not pop in and see us soon?
Something special, sexy, wonderful. Something special, sexy, wonderful. Something special, sexy, wonderful. Something special, sexy, wonderful. Something special, sexy, wonderful.
Hello and welcome back to the second part of Exposure TV. Now, it's easy to forget what's important in life and we often take our own lives for granted.
But thankfully, charities such as Macmillan are there to help in their darkest hour. Sherry Powell is one of the people that's benefited from the support Macmillan offer after not one but two of her husbands sadly passed away with cancer. She was kind enough to share her heartbreaking story with us.
Hi, my name is Sherry Powell, and basically cancer has affected me a great deal in my life. I've lost two husbands with cancer. It was very traumatic in that my little girl was only 8, so I had to consider her as well. Basically we were told that he had esophageal cancer. The great shock on both occasions, but especially my second husband, it was very difficult for us in that the second time round we knew what we had to come. We knew that, you know, with the treatment of chemotherapy, knew what that involved and the effects that it had. So it was very difficult the second time round, keeping that to myself really, not sort of informing my second husband too much, even though I knew what was ahead and what he was in for really. And I was so grateful and so thankful to the nurses that came to my home. Both passed away at home, and the support I had from the Macmillan nurses, especially when my daughter was young. They talked with her. When she was, well, before her daddy died and after, and basically I don't know where I'd have been without them, having a child so young, and trying to explain to her what was happening to her daddy, and thereafter, after he'd gone. They made my both husbands feel quite at ease, and basically both very stubborn type characters, but they were really grateful for the help that the nurses gave us. In a practical way, they helped me with sort out my finances, medication, nursing care, and it took a great deal of pressure off me. The help didn't stop when they passed away. The help was there for me after as well. So I'll always be eternally grateful to the Macmillan nurses and the very brilliant job that they do. And yeah, I can't give enough praise for the good work, and I'll always be eternally grateful to the Macmillan nurses. Keep up the good work, girls. You're life's treasures to me, and my daughter and my family. I'll always be eternally grateful for all your help and support.
That really was a heartbreaking story, but we really appreciate her sharing her story with us.
And if it wasn't for these charities, many people in Sherry's position wouldn't know what to do when faced with such a tragedy. If that story has motivated you to help Macmillan, then please do. No matter what you do, every little really does make a big difference. And 98% of the charity's funding comes from donations.
We're now joined by Julia from Macmillan. Hi, welcome to the studio.
Hi, thanks.
Thanks for joining us.
I wonder if you could just talk us through your role with the charity?
Yeah, so I'm a fundraising manager, and it's basically my job to raise all of the funds, and we then put that money into supporting people who are living with cancer, so actually putting it into supporting people who are in hospital, so paying for our nurses, paying for our benefits advisors, so without us there's no money basically.
Yeah, okay. And for those watching at home, could you tell them how they get involved or how they can help out?
There's loads of different ways that people can get involved. They can do fundraising by themselves, so they can get involved in our challenge events, so that's cycling, running, They can have a pub quiz, they can have fun with their friends and fundraise in any way that they'd like to. There's no set way that they have to fundraise for us.
Yeah,
okay.
Brilliant.
So could you tell us what kind of support Macmillan offer as a charity?
So we offer emotional support, so people who are really struggling with a cancer diagnosis, they can ring our helpline, and that's free of charge, and we have trained professionals on the other end of the phone just to try and help them with any problems they've got. We offer financial support, so people who are experiencing financial difficulty, we can sort out financial grants for them. And I know that we actually gave £60,000 in 2013 to residents of Cardiff who needed our help.
It's amazing.
And also practical support, so people who can't walk their dog because they're too ill, we can organise dog walkers, we can organise people to take them to the hospital appointments. So anything and everything that we can, really.
Oh, that's brilliant. And we understand that many students here at University of South Wales are taking part in the Big Night In campaign on the May 16th. I wonder if you could just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so on the 16th of May, it's our night in, and it really is simple. We're asking people to stay in with their friends and give us the money that they would have spent on a night out,
that makes sense.
spent on alcohol, going down Chippy Lane and having chips at the end of the night. If they want to donate it to us and have a good night in with their friends rather than going out.
Oh,
Okay,
wow, that's brilliant.
so that does sound really good. I actually think I might get involved with that.
Yeah.
So do you do any other kind of fundraising events? Is there anything else you could tell us about?
Yes, we've got quite a few things coming up over the next couple of months. At the end of September, we have our world's biggest coffee morning, which is our biggest fundraiser. And we basically ask people to have a cup of tea or coffee, have some cake, and sort of pay, for their tea and coffee, and that comes towards the charity. We've also got Cardiff Half Marathon coming up, where we desperately need volunteers to man the cheer points, and also people get involved and run for us. But all that information's on our website, and people can sign up there.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, that's excellent. Cool.
So
Thank you very much.
is there any chance you could just tell us one little thing about the Big Night In again? Just how would people approach you if they wanted to get your help?
So if they wanted to get involved, it's really, really simple. You can sign up online. It's on our website. You get all your information sent to you over email, and you get a pack for the post. You can pay your money in online. So, but when you sign up, everything's explained to you on the sign-up form.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
And thank you for coming in to talk to us again. That really helped us a lot.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else that you need, any more information that you need about anything that Julia has said today, then please head over to our website at exposureusw.wordpress.com, where we'll post all the links that you'll need.
Okay, now back over to the hub to see what you've been saying at home.
Hey, well now we've got quite a few tweets coming in about Sherry's story. Sherry, you're such an inspiration. I can't imagine what it must have been like for you. Thank you very much. So we got one from Bianca Whelan. She says, I think I'm going to host a big night in for Macmillan charity. Brilliant, Bianca. I think I'm going to do the same. And from Thomas Rose, Macmillan Cancer VT. That VT was so touching. Great work by at Macmillan Cancer. And thank you very much again, Sherry, for doing this. Thank you. So much at home for all your messages, but we still need more. Don't forget to spread the word by sharing our photos and posts on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Back to you, Blaine.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier in the show, a few weeks ago I took on a huge challenge. Along with 2 other friends, the 3 of us had to get from Paris to Berlin in 7 days using only Red Bull as currency. And here's my story. Hi, I'm Blaine Neal, and I've just completed the Red Bull Can You Make It challenge. So the idea was simple. We had to travel as far across Europe as we could, with our finishing destination being Berlin, but only using Red Bull as currency. Along with 100 other teams from around the world, me and my 2 best friends, Sam and Dave, were chosen to take part. Okay, so there were 4 starting points, 1 in Paris, 1 in London, 1 in Milan and 1 in Vienna. For us, we started in Paris. We had nothing with us apart from a few belongings. We had this backpack, we had the Red Bull Can You Make It map, we had a Moto G phone which we could only use to contact Red Bull, and we had our trusty crate of 24 cans of Red Bull. So we set out from Paris with no idea where we were going, what we were going to do, how we were possibly going to get to Berlin. All we could rely on was the goodness of people. We had to make it to at least 6 checkpoints during the journey, and we made it to Lille, Ghent, Brussels, Cologne, Munster, Frankfurt, Leipzig, before reaching the finish line in Berlin. Trading Red Bull for food and travel was surprisingly easy. I mean, we got trains everywhere, trains worth 80 euros at times. Food-wise, I think I ate better on the trip than I do as a student. I'm talking kebabs, pizzas, ice cream, sausage, the works. Finding places to sleep was the hardest. In Leipzig we slept in a McDonald's at a train station, and in Munster we slept in a Catholic homeless shelter, which wasn't great. But all in all, the places I've seen, the people I've met, the stories I've gained from this crazy journey are ones that I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
So tell me, Blaine, would you ever do something that crazy again, and what was your best part?
I would absolutely love to, and I think the best part / worst part was the very first day, and we were stuck in Paris completely. We were hitching for hours. We were thinking, oh my God, we're actually going to sleep on the streets. This is going to be horrible. And then luckily we got picked up by a little French lady called Ariane, and she picked us up, drove us to her place at the north of France, and north of Paris, sorry. And she took us into her house.
Really?
And we played table football with her husband. So there was other people, like the other teams that were just sleeping outside or like really stuck. And we were at this woman's lovely warm house. And we played table football. She cooked us spaghetti, and then we tried wine and cheese for the entire night.
Wow.
And got a really nice night's sleep just to set us on our way for the rest of the journey.
So you were completely spoiled then?
Completely.
Did you catch their names? Did you?
We need to message her back. Like, we need to message.
So you have
we
kept
just
in
haven't
touch?
yet, but she gave us her email and her daughter's Facebook and stuff. So
oh, that's really cute.
It's so cute. But that was probably the best experience, the best day.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, so now it's time for a short ad break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have Matt Westcott on set at Token Film and Theatre Reviews, and we'll visit Cum Welfare local football team and see how they got on in their match against Pont-à-Leon.
Nadine and I will also be going head-to-head in our picture caption game, and Larry will be talking to you about her secret location she found in Cardiff. See you in 2.
Once upon a time, there was a magical shop in the heart of Cardiff where children of all ages loved to come and play. And that place was called Hamley's, so come and have a play in the finest toy shop in the world. We've got lots to see and do. Come play with the Turbo Twisters, come watch the helicopters fly, and come cuddle our bears. So if you want to come and play, pop down to Cardiff St David's Centre, where Hamley's lives today.
Situated in the heart of Cardiff, Roath Botanic Gardens is a great day out for all. Take a stroll around the park or even a run. Walk around and be sure to visit the rockery, rose gardens and conservatories to see nature at its best. Bring along the children to enjoy a great day out in the playground. Sit back, relax and enjoy the sunshine here at Roath Botanic Gardens.
Cadwallader is a well-established Welsh family-run cafe, perfectly situated on an individual pier within Cardiff Bay. Cadwallader's promises to provide the best quality service and products. Let's take a look at what's on the menu. A wide variety of traditional ice creams and sundaes containing the secret ingredient, with flavours ranging from strawberry to chocolate chip to mint to bubblegum. A comprehensive food menu to suit all tastes and budgets. Various hot drinks with specially developed exclusive blends and flavours, and an extensive choice of fancy cakes. Cadwallader's also offers 10% discounts to Wales Millennium Centre ticket holders and students with a valid ID card. With fantastic views overlooking the bay, a truly relaxing and enjoyable experience here at Cadwallader's is guaranteed.
Hello and welcome back to Exposure TV. And as promised before the break, we're now joined by Matt, who's going to talk film and theatre reviews with us. Thanks for coming in, Matt.
No problem. Well, today I thought I'd focus on, as this year's the 100-year anniversary of our beloved Dylan Thomas. Got the t-shirt on.
Yeah, like
exactly.
Nice.
Because he was born in 1914 in Swansea, and a lot of things have been going on across South Wales, especially in Swansea. And I've seen a lot of the stuff that's happened, especially in Cardiff. There's been a museum exhibition. We've had different performances of Under Milk Wood, so I can talk about Under Milk Wood today, and also a poet in New York, obviously, which was by the BBC. But yeah, I let's focus on why I'm talking about Dylan Thomas today, because I think that it's important, because obviously this will be my review, but also I want to share why Dylan Thomas. And the thing about Dylan Thomas is that, you know, it's really important that we're focused on this year, as in, for instance, like you've seen all the different events that's going on, and especially of Under Milk Wood, like you've got, I said about the BBC, they did their own version. Have you seen that? That was happening 2 nights ago, and all these different stars across the globe, all these different Welsh stars performing Dylan Thomas. But for my film review, I like to focus on A Poet of New York, and it was done by the BBC, and heartbreaking.
I know. I personally I went to
heartbreaking.
watch it as well, and absolute beautiful film, wasn't it? And Tom Hollander's performance was exceptional. But the you didn't? Did you go to the screening? The
I
BAFTA
was
screening?
working at the time, but I
I
watched it. Though,
I wish you would have
and
loved it.
it was heartbreaking
You would have
because
loved
I mean he died at the age of 39.
Yes, so young.
And
so young.
Very young, yeah. And obviously he was an alcoholic. But I mean, seeing him like that, I mean, all the things he's gone through, but also how much of a brilliant man he was, you know. And I think with works, because obviously it focuses on when Under Milk Wood was first put together, when it premiered. And I think Under Milk Wood especially is an important piece. I think a lot of people don't really go on really talk about that as much. And I think it's because Under Milk Wood's such a great piece because it's not, you know, there's no plot to it at all. No. It's just a character observation.
Yeah.
And I think what he did there was beautiful because he showed that there's drama everywhere, you know, as well. Well, me, from a working class area, I don't come from a theatre-going area, but I love the theatre. What Dylan Thomas did for me especially, which I think is important, we do talk about Dylan Thomas, is that he shows that there's drama everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, completely.
There's definitely drama in this university too, so it really is everywhere.
But thank you very much, Matt. Anyway,
thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you
in. That was very enlightening about Dylan Thomas. So thank you again for chatting with us. But stay right there because we're sure you're going to love this next clip.
Matt, I heard you're a bit of a pro on the field. No?
Field?
Football field.
Oh, football field. Yeah, I score some
And you
goals.
know that the World Cup is fast approaching, but even the biggest players in the world started off at the grassroots level. We went to Cwm Welfare Football Club to see how they get along in their match.
My name is Rhys Williams and I play for Cwm Welfare Football Club. We're a local football club for Beidda, near Pontypridd, and we play in the Welsh Senior Division 1. Today we're playing at Mount Pleasant Park, our home venue, against Pontlot and AFC, for the opportunity to win our division and play in a playoff against Trevelyan AFC to go into the Welsh Division 3. In our division to date, we've played 23 games and won 17 of those games, playing teams including Brecon, Fochrue, Sully Sports and Grange Albion. Today's game is a must-win for our club. Going into Welsh Division 3 would mean a lot to the football club and to the community especially. It'd bring a lot of funding to the grassroots level, especially our under-16s and our youth system. At the moment, Cwm struggles with our youth system. This funding would help benefit by building more stands and getting more people involved. We've got a really good opportunity here to go and win our division at our home venue. We haven't lost all season at home.
It was a high-pressure game, but one that Cwm Welfare dealt with easily as they got off to a flying start and a 4-0 half-time lead with a hat-trick, courtesy of Rhys Williams, cementing his place as the top goal scorer in the league, and a fourth from Tom Holder. It was a much tighter second half, with Pontlottin looking to restore some pride, pulling a goal back to make it 6-1 after a fine solo effort from Aaron Elias in response to James Mannings and Geraint Williams. But the last word was always going to be with Cwm Welfare as David Cashier completed the route to make the final score 7-1.
Well, a massive congratulations to Cwm Welfare on their win. Okay, so now it's time for our picture caption game. Larry, explain the rules, please.
Ready? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a series of images and each one relates to an unusual news that's happened in the last 7 days. Use your buzzers here, if you know the answers. Blaine, you're the horn. Let's have a bit of a honk. And Nadine, you're the bell. Give us a ding. Brilliant.
Cool.
Okay, so are the rules clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's go. No. Right, are we really ready?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go. Take a look at the first image.
Ooh.
Okay, so...
So don't forget to buzz in if you think you know the answer.
Okay.
Okay?
So there's a
Well,
walrus.
it's going to be too easy if... It'll be too easy if she falls in.
Yeah, well, this
But I
lady is
think-
bending over a photograph of
Maybe
a wall.
How
pushes her in.
about, I got it. Okay, how about Benedict Cumberbatch photobombs the background?
No, okay,
Yeah?
okay.
That's what I think, anyway.
I think maybe either she falls flat on her face or it pushes her over. I think maybe it twerks and pops her out the way. It's just...
Yeah, really, okay. So, okay, let's see if any of you are right. Well done. Yeah?
So were any of them right? Are we going to know who's the winner?
Brilliant. Well done, Nadine.
Oh, okay.
You got it a bit right.
I got it.
Right, so now we have to move on to the next image. So here it is. Let's have a look. So talk us through. So this is a picture of a guy in graduation. What do you think is going to happen next?
I hope...
Kind of looks like a clip from High School Musical. I'm not going to
Can
lie.
I let you know,
If- I
graduation's
hope-
not
I
too
hope-
far for us.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they break into song and dance. That's going to be
Maybe.
my guess.
Okay, that's
Okay.
your guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think maybe his hat blows off in the wind. You know, it's always windy on graduation.
Okay,
And his
if-
cap might blow off.
Yeah,
So that
okay
would be
then.
bad.
Okay, so let's play the clip. Brilliant. Right. Let's move on to the third image. Okay, so this is an image in a club in Cardiff, and a gentleman hired out a whole restaurant for his
Oh,
girlfriend.
wow. Okay, so there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
a lot
So
of
maybe
people.
there's a party. Is this a
I re-
surprise party? Oh, wait, surprise
Flash
party,
mob?
surprise
Flash
party.
mob. Some kind of flash mob.
No,
Is it a
no,
flash mob?
He proposed.
Didn't see
Really?
that
Who
coming.
proposed with a flash mob?
Yeah,
Wow,
and hired
that's
out
so
the whole place.
cute.
Yeah,
Oh.
fair
So
play,
well
that's
done
nice.
to both of you on those attempts. I think I would have done better, but I had the results in and I confirm the winner is... Oh, Nadine! Well done,
Yeah, I was
Shane
kind of
Blaine.
expecting that. Nice hat.
Okay, so now we have the last image of the round, which is a secret location here in Cardiff. And does anyone know what it is? Can you guess what it is? No?
I think I have a pretty good guess, yeah.
Okay, so if you don't know what it is, then
I've
we
got a
can
pretty
show
good
you
guess.
because Larry went down to reveal what this place holds.
See, so I did know.
Street is the old NatWest Bank. Once the city's busiest bank, the building was in the heart of the economic structure here in the Bay.
Just looking around, you can see this building was once full of character. It has been the venue of many great events. And I bet you didn't know the first £1 million cheque was written inside this very building. So you're probably wondering what the secret of this building is. Since its heyday, the bank went into disrepair, however it is now used as office space.
But, however, down these stairs lies something that you'd never have guessed. For one night only for each month, this building will open its doors to the public for a unique experience. Cellar door.
Cellar door is about getting back to the roots of house music, where everybody comes for the party. It's all about being open-minded, and everybody that will come to this event are sure to have a very, very special night.
Here in the original bank vault is where Cellar Door's raves take place. Now Cellar Door transformed this vault into what is arguably known as one of Cardiff's best underground clubs, without taking away any of its original features, such as these vault bars. So we're joined here with Matt, who's a co-founder of Cellar Door. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Awesome. So tell us, first of all, then, how did you come about with this event then, Cellar Door?
We've always been sort of involved in the dance music scene in Cardiff, myself and my partners, and the building sort of popped up and the space was available, so we just kind of grabbed it with both hands and then just got the event underway, and we've been doing it ever since.
Well, so why this venue? What do you think so special about it?
It's just really unique in itself. It's, you know, you can go into Cardiff and many other cities around the southwest, and all the bars and nightclubs tend to be really plush and posh. You know, it doesn't really suit the sound. We wanted to go back to the sort of grittiness of the early 90s and take it right back to, you know, the likes of the Hippo and Vision 2K and all that, where we've previously been, and just, you know, it's really unique.
Why this venue, would you say? Why should people come to this venue and this event?
Well, it's an experience, to be honest. Like I say, we don't necessarily go down the route like most promoters would and book headlining acts. All the artists that we book are classed as the undercover DJs. We've gone down the route previously where we book artists and you pay X amount of thousand plus all the other stuff that they'd want on their rider and everything. Yeah. And it soon spirals out of control.
Well, we wish you guys here at Cellar Door the best of luck as well for the future, and thank you very much for your time.
Wicked. Thanks very much, guys. Good to have you.
Larry, it looks a bit creepy. How did you and Tristan find that?
Well, when I was walking outside, it looked very professional, lovely. You would not have thought it was as creepy as it was.
Yeah.
But when I went down to the cellar, it was rather creepy, I'm not going to lie. But nevertheless, it was awesome. And I enjoyed myself so much. And thank you for letting me going down and checking it out.
Did you rave?
Brilliant, thank you very much. Okay, so now we have a few tweets. Thank you very much for tweeting again. There's a tweet here from Aaron Lloyd. Can I have the green buzzer from the placenta challenge? I'd quite like to wake my girlfriend up with it. Of course you can. Brilliant. And another one that we have is from Jade Harriet. Heard good things about Cellar Door, always wanted to go. Well, I did have the privilege to go, and let me tell you, it was a pretty awesome night. And another one from Esme Jane. I'd like to thank you again for tweeting in. I have never heard of Cellar Door before. Looked like an epic night out. Might have to give it a go. And I must say, it was pretty awesome again. And there's another tweet in from Laura E. Jones that says, Lady, you've got a nice dress. Thank you very much, Laura. You could borrow it one day if you'd like. So thank you very much.
Okay, now it's time for a short ad break. And after this final break, Larry takes us to Cardiff Horse Riding Centre. Mercedes tells us about how being made redundant isn't the worst thing that can happen, as well as an interview and live performance to play us out of our show. So stay tuned.
Don't drop out, drop in. The drop-in centre is a free service which allows you to come in, take a seat and seek advice from our friendly tutors.
Welcome back to the final part of the show. We're going over to the hub to see what you've been saying for the final time today.
Thank you all for your messages today. Right, thank you very much I'd like to say thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So we have another one from Laura E. Jones. She says, "Lady, I would love to borrow your dress." Yeah, of course you can. We have another tweet from Connor Can, and he says, "Well done, guys. Your presenting work is really, really well." I think I know Connor Can. And there's another one from Sophie Lee, and she says, "Everything in this show today has been brilliant." So now, don't forget to keep contacting us, and we'll try and get any more messages read out in tonight's show at 6 p.m. The way to get in touch is on Twitter and Instagram using @ExposureUSW and on Facebook by searching Exposure Radio. Now, myself, I'm a very keen horse rider, and I was fortunate enough to go down to Cardiff Riding Centre to see what they had to offer. Hello, I'm here today in Cardiff Riding School. This place opened in 1970 and it's built upon 35 acres of parkland. To learn to horse ride, this place is fantastic as it has so much to offer, such as an indoor and an outdoor riding centre. It provides lessons for beginners and also very experienced riders. And they also provide lessons for disabled riders. As you can see, there's something here for everyone.
The centre has also won numerous awards.
What would you say do you enjoy most about riding?
Oh, I love the fact that I can come here. I can get here under my own steam because it's in the middle of town. And I just love being with the horses. I love riding still. I'm an older rider, obviously, and the last place I went to, everybody was at least 30 years younger. But here,
Really?
there's a good age range, and it's really nice to be able to ride out here. And
Right.
everybody assume it's okay for me to do so.
Yeah, of course. So how long have you been riding for then?
60 years.
Wow, have you? Yeah. And why would you say that you chose Amico?
Well, I was allocated Amigo, but I do like him. He's
Do
a
you?
nice boy. Yes, he's helpful and friendly, aren't you?
Do you think you'll ride him again?
Yes, I will be riding him again. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you. Well, everyone, as you've seen for yourself, these stables are perfect to come to learn to ride to. And it's a very inspirational place. And as a keen horse lover myself, there's 40 horses on these premises. So I'm off to pet some horses.
As much as that looked really fun, I'm not a huge fan of horses, I will admit.
nor me.
I've had a pretty terrible experience with a horse.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to teach horse riding to children, but my main sport was rock climbing, but I had to cover for someone who was
Okay.
doing the horse riding course,
Okay.
and I pretty much was put on the spot. So I had to get on the horse and be all brave face and happy for all the
Yeah.
children that I was trying to teach, and let's just say it didn't go particularly well because the horse rode me off the cliff. And
Yeah.
I had scars all over my face and the branches were in my
that's
hair.
horrible. See,
It was
I haven't
horrific.
actually ridden a horse since I was about 8. I don't
Really?
think. I tried it and then just fell, and then that was it. That's
Oh.
my horse riding career over.
So on the topic of horses, not a lot of people can afford to have hobbies and stuff in Cardiff. So I went out and I talked about the free things you can actually get up to in Cardiff. As students, we're always looking for ways to save money wherever we can. So a lot of us are under the impression that in a city like Cardiff that's full of expenses, we can't have fun for free. Cardiff is a hotspot that many people come to visit on a day-to-day basis and always pay for the attractions that are here. But as students, can we really afford to join in the fun? I mean, we've got a lot of things to pay for, like rent and bills. Can we really afford it? I'm here to tell you that you can have fun in Cardiff, and for free. For students interested in politics, the National Assembly holds free tours for all its visitors. For history lovers, the National Museum of Cardiff also holds free tours. And if art is your thing, there are plenty of art galleries you can view all around Cardiff. Even if none of those take your fancy, why don't you head down to one of Cardiff's most well-known parks? Bring a picnic, bring your friends, and just generally have a fun day. Who needs money? All you need is fun. Catch! So now we're going to go to a VT about money talks, and Mercedes Matthews, who also talks about money and how to save money in Cardiff. Let's have a look.
My name's Mercedes Vaughan Matthews. From a young age, I always wanted to be in the music industry. All my A-levels and things like that were around performing arts, music, media. But I found it was hard. I studied a foundation degree in science and surveying, then went on to do a master's degree in project management within the construction industry. This was in the University of South Wales. I approached Greenhill Construction, they were a new up-and-coming company, to see if they'd take me on. I went for an interview and they took me on. When I completed my degree in 2012 and I graduated, Greenhill automatically gave me a pay rise, and they took me on full-time as a land and development coordinator. It was like having a new lease of life. With the money I had, I was able to go on holidays. I went to Canada snowboarding, went to Tignes in France snowboarding on a number of occasions. I went to the Canary Islands a lot. I bought a load of musical equipment because that's what I like to do. I like to produce music and I like to sing. I was also, with the job, given a company car, a fuel card, private healthcare. Yeah, it was good. It was a good job, and I was learning lots day to day. The biggest sort of land deals I was doing were ranging between 15 to 25 million. Yeah, it was fun. It was real fun. I go out there, secure the land, bid on sites against other massive housing developers. And then towards the end, I had a bit of an inkling that something wasn't quite right when my boss turned to me and said, "Said, stop looking at sites of 200 to 300 units. We need to be looking again at the 5-unit sites." And I was like, well, I thought we were doing quite well. Like, what the heck's going on here? So that made me question it a little bit. On Thursday the 10th of April, we had an email go round asking us all to attend a meeting the following day. We went to the meeting, we were all called in front of our board of directors when they announced that we were being made redundant as of immediate effect. I automatically thought, well, I can't explain what I thought. It was just automatic meltdown mode. I just can't describe it. I was so used to living my life the way I wanted to live it. The last week has just been a week of hell, to be honest. And going from that to now, where I have nothing, I have £400 left in the bank and a number of outgoings which I'm going to have to put a hold on. One good thing that's come out of me being made redundant from Greenhill Construction is that I've been able this last week, aside of doing my CV, is to get a bit of studio time in, work on a few tracks which guys have sent over, and yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm really enjoying it. Just hopefully there'll be a way for me to make some money again. Who knows in what industry, who knows what I'll be doing, but I know I'm going to need to find something quite quickly, because £400 these days and you've got bills to pay, it's not very good.
And now we're joined in the studio by Mercedes, Thanks for joining us.
That's okay.
So I was wondering if you could tell us how your life has been after you've been made redundant.
It's been all right. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, really, upside down. Yeah, I've had a couple of interviews with the construction guys, but I was approached by the guy who's running the Cardiff Sevens Festival, and he asked me for some advice on sort of music, bands, styles and things like that. So I'm doing a bit of work with those guys to put the music together for the Cardiff Sevens Festival.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Brilliant, yeah. So it's all looking good.
Start to a new path.
Yeah.
So I guess music was always a passion?
It was, yes. Younger? And I thought when I was younger, it's a very hard industry to get into. So construction, money, that's where to go. So went and did project management in university and got a job straight away, and it was good. I was happy and enjoyed it. And then we got made redundant.
How have you been feeling since you've been made redundant?
It was hard, first of all, and I hadn't had an interview since before university, to be honest, because when I went into my job, it was via university. I did work-based learning placement. Interview was the main thing. I had one a couple of days ago, so that was my first one out of the way. Nervous, interviews. But when you've done the first one, it'll be fine. I'll be fine.
So, due to technical difficulties, Mercedes is unable to perform at the end of the show, but we would like to thank her anyway for coming into the studio and for something that would have been an amazing performance.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, and so something's become a little bit different. We talked to the chairman of Gwent County FC to see what his job entails.
Hello, I'm Roddy Willis, Chairman of the Gwent County Football Association. The Gwent County Football Association was formed in 1911 and has been running for 103 years. The Gwent County Football Association is one of the 6 area associations belonging to the Football Association of Wales. Under the auspices of the Gwent County becomes the Newport and District Football Association, the East Gwent Football Association, the Gwent Central Football Association, the North Gwent Sunday League, and also the junior football leagues of Newport and District, Islane League, Torfaen League, and the East Gwent League. All those associations must be affiliated to the Gwent County Football Association. The Gwent County Football Association meets every Wednesday of each week, and at the end of the month they have their full council meeting when every member is expected to attend. All leagues are represented, the Referees Association is represented, and every association is affiliated to the Gwent County Football Association. Welcome to the home of Newport Civic Centre. This is where the Gwent County Football Association hold all their meetings. The annual general meeting, which is the 15th of July, will be held in the council chamber. All other meetings are held in various rooms within the Civic Centre.
Due to technical difficulties, we've had to stop the last video, and unfortunately that's going to be it for us today. But now we do have Alex in the hub to tell us about the next show at 6 o'clock.
Hey guys, yes, we have an exciting show coming up tonight. We'll be looking at the working world, where the founder of Rocket Dove Video Productions will be, we have a VT from him talking about his life after graduating. We also have a little bit of a local entertainment theme going with local band Peasant Kings are coming in as a guest. We'll have the entertainment news of this week's entertainment with our hub, Sophie, as well as my presenter, Zara, so look out for that. Plus, we also want to know your favourite thing, so tweet in later and watch.
Thank you very much, Alex. And unfortunately, that's it for us today. So make sure you tune in later at 6 o'clock when we'll be back later on.
Cool.
Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.